Hi, I'm Steve Thompson, president of Emery Thompson Machine.
I'm Christi Brown, vice president of sales and marketing.
And today is Valentine's Week 2023.
Yes.
Happy coming up Valentine's
Yes.
Day. That's exciting.
Will you be my Valentine?
I guess I'll start. Okay. Hi, girls. We sent out an e-blast this past week to nearly 6,000 people who are looking at new Emery Thompson batch freezers. It's quite a number, and we see that all the time. But the reason for telling you this is the main reason why they're calling in. It's quite a surprise. And people would ask questions like, can your machine do Italian ice? Yeah, we're responsible for over 90% of it. Can it do dairy-free? Of course it can. But the big question that they're asking right now is, how soon can I get a machine? And a lot of that is a hangover from COVID, when from 2020 going forward, when people were having such a problem getting components. Mm-hmm. We didn't, and we don't now. A couple of reasons for that. One is we're made in the USA at our factories down here in central West Florida. And the other is that we make the vast majority of components that go into our machines. But the question still stands, how long to get a machine? Well, let me just tell you what some of the other companies are doing. One of the batch freezer companies is 18 months. Another one is 40 weeks. A third one isn't quoting at this time. But Emery Thompson is 6 weeks or less. That's only, what, a month and a half? And less on some of the models. Mm-hmm. So if you order right now, you're looking at only 6 weeks to get your machine. Now that can change as we get closer towards the summer, but the bulk of batch freezer sales are done right now. This is, like I said, early, mid-February. This is when people buy, not in May for a June opening, but now getting prepared for that April, May, June opening. But only 6 weeks. Call Christi, call me, and we'll be glad to help you.
Speaking of that, we are having a sale coming up. Did you know? I hope you knew.
Well, I know my birthday's coming up, and I know I'm president of the company.
Yes, so we are having a President's Day sale starting today of watching this video, February 15th, 2023, on the CB350 and the CB200s only. They are both in stock and both ready to ship as of now. The President's Day sale for the CB350 is $500 off. That pretty much almost covers your entire shipping. And then the CB200 on the 115 volt only is $250 off. That's a pretty hefty, good, amazing President's Day sale. I'm excited for it.
I'm excited that they have a big sale just for my birthday.
It is.
And a day off. Me and Jim Farley, president and chairman of Ford Motor Company, and a few other people, we're all going to celebrate Hardy. Let's see, what else do I have? This being Valentine's Week, as I mentioned, I'm going to reinstitute the old business expression KISS, K-I-S-S, which in this case means keep it simple, Steve. And by that, I'm talking about an invention of mine that came about, 25 years ago. That's a long time. 25 years ago, I made our first infinite overrun control. And over the years, it's gone through different changes and designs, but it's still the most unique thing that ever happened to a batch freezer. Before then, all you could do was make either a high air content ice cream or you could make gelato. Mm-hmm. You couldn't do both. We can do everything. We can do every product that's ever been made or ever will be made with my infinite overrun control. We keep it absolutely simple as far as what's on there. There's presets that you can pick, like dairy-free, Italian ice, sorbet, sorbetto, gelato, frozen custard, frozen lemonade. You can push a button for that. Or if you're an executive chef, you can also have an up and down arrow to change it in 5 revolutions per minute increments. That's really small. But if you're that meticulous, we've got it for you. We don't put a lot of junk on it. We keep to the KISS theory. So there isn't a lot of crazy diagnostics built into it that nobody understands, and quite frankly, a repairman doesn't want you talking about, because maybe he doesn't understand it either. What is in there is one little number that shows up in the corner of the machine when the compressor comes on. And that number might be 70, might be a little lower, but there will be a number there. And then as you make the ice cream or the ices or whatever product, that number is going to slowly drop down to approximately 30. What that's telling us is the pressure that the compressor is running under. And so if you call up here and you talk to Mike McDonald, our senior tech, he's going to say very simply, hey, the last batch you made, or go make a batch right now. Tell me what the number is when the product's ready to come out. And if it says 30 or thereabouts, and he knows the range that he wants, it tells him that everything's working perfectly in the refrigeration. And the problem is going to be something simple like you left the sugar out of the lemon ice, which doesn't go well for freezing. If it showed a lower number, then it tells Mike immediately what's needed and what to do. Just that simple. Not a lot of fluff and stuff that you don't understand and don't need. Just real simple. The other thing that's in there are videos starring Christi's hands that will show you how to assemble the machine, how to diagnose that you left the sugar out or you put a blade in backwards. I just bought a new Lincoln Navigator, the big SUV. Great car, absolutely love it. Asked them several times, where's the instruction manual? It's not in the glove compartment. Oh no, we built it into that nice 14-inch screen that's up on your dashboard. You trying to tell me that I've got to sit there looking at, all right, a 14-inch screen, not too bad, but I've got to look through 643 pages of that, how to figure out how to make the running boards go down automatically? I'm not going to do that. I'd look silly just sitting in my garage. So we don't have the instruction manual in there because it's just more information that you need to wade through. We do it very simple, and it's in the videos of the most common things. Plus, we're the only company I know that has 7-day-a-week technical service. 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. You call here, and we are USA-based. We're based in Florida. You're going to talk to one of my team or me, and we're going to get your problem resolved, even if it's 8:30 Sunday night. That's it.
Funny story, I actually had to use a manual once because I rented a car and I couldn't figure out how to get the gas cap open. So I went and found the manual and I had to figure it out that way. True story, it's funny, but there's a good reason why. My question is how do I use an i.Rice base? Well, a lot of people overlook it, but the formula on how to use their bases is on the bottle itself. An example, this one will say to use 1 gallon with 5 pounds of sugar for a 20-quart batch. This one, it's the same thing, but 3 pounds of sugar. So if you look at your bottles, it'll have the formula for which is on there. And of course, I'm always here. You're welcome to shoot me an email if you have trouble, figuring it out. Or, Steve is also here as well. And then you can also up the sugar. I have noticed when I have used i.Rice, upping it a little bit in the CB350, about adding another ½ pound, helps a little bit with the more smoothness and a creamy texture, if that's what you're aiming for. If not, you want it just to kind of on the crunchier side of an Italian ice, just go with the formula that says right there on the bottle.
So I guess that's it. Again, happy Valentine's week. It reminds me that I forgot all about it, and I have to go out and get some Valentine's cards. We'll see you next week, and thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.